Begin with the pledge.
45 minutes before the hearing. 15 minutes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we start, good evening, Mayor and Board. I hope everyone's well. Tonight, to start the meeting, I'm going to present to you the tentative budget, which has been for fiscal year 26-27, which has been filed in my office by the budget officer. And we will be setting the hearing, the public hearing, for both the fire department contract and the 2026-2027 budget hearing for Monday, April 13th.
Thank you, Marie.
I apologize, I did not have a pen. The first item on this evening's agenda is the warrants and claims, which have been audited and are offered for your approval.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Trustee Belzecchi.
All second?
Thank you, Trustee DeBartolomeo. Trustee Walsh.
Yes.
Trustee Santoro.
Yes.
Trustee Tucker.
Yes.
Trustee DeNatale.
Yes.
Trustee DeBartolomeo.
Yes.
Trustee Belzecchi.
Yes.
Mayor Minicozzi.
Yes.
The prior meeting minutes are before you for approval. The meetings are from the February 26, 2026 meeting.
I make a motion.
Thank you, Trustee DeBartolomeo.
All second?
Thank you, Trustee Santoro. Trustee Walsh.
Yes.
Trustee Santoro.
Yes.
Trustee Tucker.
Yes.
Trustee DeNatale.
Yes.
Trustee DeBartolomeo.
Yes.
Trustee Belzecchi.
Yes.
Mayor Minicozzi.
Yes.
I am asking for a motion on a resolution to set the election districts, voting facility, and times for the June 16, 2026 general election as follows. Whereas the general election of the Incorporated Village of Bayville, Nassau County, New York will be held on June 16, 2026 for the purpose of choosing and electing one mayor for a term of 4 years and 3 trustees, each for a term of 4 years. Now therefore be it resolved that the election districts established for a general election general elections other than general village elections will be divided into 5 village election districts as follows. Village election district 1, Assembly District 13, election district 1, as Village election district 2, Assembly District 13, election district 4, Village election district 3, Assembly District 13, election district 5, Village election district 4, Assembly District 13, election district 9, Village election district 5, Assembly District 13, election district 10. Be it further resolved that the polling place for all village election districts will be the firehouse of the Bayville Fire Company No. 1 Inc. at 258 Bayville Avenue, New York, 11709, and the hours of opening and closing the polls thereof shall be 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. respectively. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Trustee Santoro.
All second?
Thank you, Trustee Walsh. Trustee Walsh.
Yes.
Trustee Santoro.
Yes.
Trustee Tucker.
Yes.
Trustee DeNatale.
Yes.
Trustee DeBartolomeo.
Yes.
Trustee Belzecchi.
Yes.
Mayor Minicozzi.
Yes.
You have before you a proposal from IBER Translations to act as the translators on Election Day. They will be providing over the phone Spanish interpreting on Tuesday, June 16, 2026. And again, that will be done by dial-in. They're available between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. And the cost is $1.49 per minute and 120-minute minimum. The total is for 900 minutes at $1.49 per minute based on the 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. for $1,341.
Make a motion.
Thank you, Trustee Bartolomeo.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Santoro. Trustee Welch?
Yes.
Trustee Santoro?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Dinacali?
Yes.
Trustee Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Belzetti?
Yes.
Mayor Minincozy?
Yes.
Bridge Marine has submitted a proposal for mooring services for this upcoming boating season. And they are proposing to inspect moorings to be set. They'll set moorings in the creek in West Harbor. They'll be available to make one scheduled drop per month, one in April, one in May, and one in June. Their rates for the installation of moorings during the scheduled drops are $100 for 150 pounds or less, $120 for 151 pounds to 250 pounds, and $145 for 251 pounds to 350 pounds, and $170 for over 35 pounds. They'll supply and install at a cost of $375 to the village, a courtesy guest mooring, which will be installed in the West Harbor location as specified by the village. They're available to make additional mooring jobs as deemed necessary, and they're available to remove and store any boats in violation of village codes. And we have worked with Bridge Marine for mooring services in the past.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Trustee Santoro.
I'll second.
Thank you, Trustee Tucker. Trustee Walsh?
Yes.
Trustee Santoro?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Dinacali?
Yes.
Trustee Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Belzetti?
Yes.
Mayor Minincozy?
Yes.
We have another proposal before you from Bridge Marina. This will be done non-pro-tunc. It was a necessary proposal for the worn-out dock corner place at West Harbor Beach. It was a disposal of old gate dock and prep and paint the gate on the new dock, and the total cost is $618.20.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you,
I'll
Trustee
second.
Tucker. Thank you, Trustee Bartolomeo. Trustee Walsh?
Yes.
Trustee Santoro?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Dinacali?
Yes.
Trustee Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Belzetti?
Yes.
Mayor Minincozy?
Yes. The gate is at Creek.
Yeah.
He's got stuff on. Yeah.
So, right, we'll make that.
The dock repair where West Harbor Beach gate.
It was at the creek. Okay, thanks for clarification. We have a proposal from H2M to provide safety awareness training for the required the water department. And it's a 2026 annual safety awareness training, a total cost of $1,100 for the water department members as required. It is covering hazard communications and personal protective equipment. The cost is $1,100.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Trustee Tucker.
I'll second.
Thank you, Trustee Walsh. Trustee Walsh?
Yes.
Trustee Santoro?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Dinacali?
Yes.
Trustee Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Belzetti?
Yes.
Mayor Minincozy?
Yes.
There was need for an emergency repair to the stepple wall walkway at Creek Marina, and that proposal is from Tony and Nick Masonry for a total of $1,300, and that will be non-pro-tunc.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Trustee Tucker. Thank you, Trustee Santoro.
Yes.
Trustee Walsh?
Yes.
Trustee Santoro?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Di Natale?
Yes.
Trustee Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Delsecki?
Yes.
Mayor Minicozy?
Yes.
We have a proposal from Kevin Federetti, again for the Creek Marina. This is to remove the existing rotten steel splice dock at the end of the fixed dock. So we will be doing electrical work for us. The cost of the proposal is $600.
I make the motion.
Thank you, Trustee Bartolomeo.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Delsecki.
Yep.
Thank you. Trustee Walsh?
Yes.
Trustee Petros? Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Di Natale?
Yes.
Trustee Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Delsecki?
Yes.
Mayor Minicozy?
Yes.
The next proposal again is for the Creek Marina, and this is a proposal that would be a change order to the existing contract, and includes the furnishing, delivery, and installation. I'm going to ask my trustee Tucker. It's all water related.
Water.
What did I answer?
Yes.
Okay.
My mistake. Yeah, it's water service on top.
Water service on the dock, right? And this work will be done by waterside contractors. They'll be current contractors on the job have been performing dredging work. And the total lump sum is $42,750. And besides approval, I would ask the board to add to that as a village clerk treasurer, I'm authorized to appropriate the necessary fund balance to cover the cost of doing this work.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Trustee Tucker.
I'll second.
Thank you, Trustee Walsh. Trustee Walsh?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Di Natale?
Yes.
Trustee Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Delsecki?
Yes.
Mayor Minicozy?
Yes.
I did already present the budget to all of you. I will take a motion to set the hearing date for April 13, 2026.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Trustee Bartolomeo.
I'll second.
Thank you, Trustee Tucker. Trustee Walsh?
Yes.
Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Di Natale?
Yes.
Trustee Bartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Delsecki?
Yes.
Mayor Minicozy?
Yes.
Need to wait a few more minutes. Do you have anything you'd like to address?
No.
You're up next, but you gotta wait 2 minutes.
Otherwise, start to the dock and it's the marina in the gate. Just like that.
Okay, Mayor, and Board, at this time, we're going to hold the hearing for the road repair for the Bayville Estates area. Notice is hereby given that the Board of Trustees of the Incorporated Village of Bayville will hold a public hearing commencing at 6:45 p.m. on Monday, March 23rd, 2026, in Village Hall, 31st School Street, Bayville, New York, 11709, to consider the matter summarized below. Repairs to Fall Fruit Boulevard, Bayard Avenue, Knollwood Avenue, Lewis Street, Peter Avenue, Plymouth Road, Ravine Road, Robert Road, and Vine Street, all of which are non-through streets, as proposed by Jerry Flower, an authorized representative for petitioners of the Bayville Estates Association, seeking to maintain, improve said streets located within a private street improvement district. The Board of Trustees will also consider the assessment, levy, and collection of administrative and professional costs and reasonable village council fees and expenses of the survey and report and cost of the public hearing, including publication costs and public stenography fees, and any other necessary costs incurred by the village against all properties abutting the subject streets. All interested parties will have an opportunity to be heard at that time. By order of the Board of Trustees, Incorporated Village of Bayville, Maria Alfano Party Village Clerk Treasurer. The notice is dated March 11, 2026. For the record, there is an affidavit of publication from Newsday. There is an affidavit of mailing for the mailings we did to the individuals in the area, and there is an affidavit of posting. And I will turn it over to you.
Okay, does anybody have any questions regarding the Bayville Estates road repair?
Yeah, why is it not a tax? Because other incorporated villages.
Excuse me, I apologize. I need you to come to the front, and I need
sorry.
you to identify yourself with name and address.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, I need you to identify yourself with name and address.
Oh,
For the record.
Marino, 6 Knollwood.
Thank you, Cory.
Okay, so I just want to know why it's not a tax. Because I grew up in Village, Manor Haven, it's an incorporated village. They fix the roads. They never charged to fix the roads there. It's like, I don't see tax money doing anything to help us. And when you're a senior, it's even worse. I have taxes in April. I can't afford to pay the other half of it. It's gonna have to go to my tax bill. And I have no other choice, and even then, I'm wondering, it's very difficult, you know, when you're living on a fixed income. So how are they gonna alleviate this? And just come up with it, and we have no proof that he got all the houses that he said he did?
Well, he has the records of the homeowners that he's collecting from and got the signatures from.
I
And he
did
has
say
to remember
that
that-
half, I wasn't going to, I was gonna challenge it, but
Yeah, so these roads are private. They're not village roads. They're not roads that the village of Bayville
why are
maintains.
they private?
I'm sorry?
Why are they private?
They've been private since Bayville Estates was developed in whatever year that was.
So all the roads in Bayville are private roads?
Not all, but the vast majority of
It's
them.
very strange. And we also have one other question. The guy who lives next door to Flowers, new people, moved in, a young couple. They're getting gas, and they're gonna have to dig that up before they do the roads, or I'm never gonna give them that. True. They came out and marked them in the snow.
Gas services going in for the home.
Yeah, well, I only know that because I live right there. And the gas line is right near my driveway. And, you know, they live across the street, so I know there's gas coming in because I converted when I moved in. We had all that snow there, and he still found a place to put the yellow marks, and now it's all melted so you can see that they're gonna do that, but I'm hoping they do it before they pave the roads. If they're gonna dig it up, it's just pointless, you know? And then who suffers? The ones of us that just paid? I don't know. So that's something I want him to consider, to talk to them, make sure they do it beforehand. If they're paving in August, they better do it before August.
Do you know when you're paving, when you're planning?
I mean, we gave them a tentative date of August or September, just for purposes like that.
Right.
So people have time to get any road work that has to be done prior to us paving. Because obviously we don't want the road to get dug up as soon
Right,
as it
so
goes
maybe
down.
you can let Jerry know that.
You know, like I said,
I apologize.
22 Plymouth, Jeffrey Sunsick. it's, like I said, once we know our final date, we'll definitely, put it out there and make sure that we do everything we can, but unfortunately, it's things that are kind of out of our control.
Never even know,
Oh,
because I only happen to have
he's
been
probably watching
outside.
right now.
I think only like the guy came when I was in my driveway one day, and I asked him what he was doing. He was with the yellow can. It's like right after the snowstorm. So. Yes.
That's correct. Yes.
Hi there. My name is Carlos Tovar. I live at 7 Knollwood Avenue.
Okay, could you spell your last name?
Tovar.
Thank you.
I've only moved into the community about a year and a half ago. What I found interesting was when I was at the closing table to purchase the house, there was no mention of an HOA. I don't mind if there is an HOA. I've always lived in communities that have HOAs, and I find them beneficial. But for the record, though, there was no mention of an HOA, being a part of. And you said this is a private HOA, that the roads are, private, not part of the village. My only question is, from a mechanic standpoint, then why would the village then bill it as a tax if it's private?
Well, we don't bill it as a tax.
So,
We have a code
right,
that
the
talks
village
about,
passed a local law, a local law which allows for procedure, which allows for the assessment of any unpaid road repairs once the association has gone through the proper procedures and channels, which includes 3 hearings in total before any assessments can be done.
Okay.
And then the assessment goes as a separate line item on your tax bill. It will show road repair assessment. It's not a tax.
Okay.
It does
Okay,
reference itself as road
Okay.
repair assessment.
So for those residents that are not able to pay,
Mhm.
I was concerned that it might impact escrows and things of that nature.
It could possibly do so because it will go on the first half of their village taxes. And the whole amount will go on the first half.
Okay.
We don't have the ability to break it up. So the full amount goes on the first half of the village taxes.
Okay. All right. That's all I have.
I got it. I didn't do what you said, Maria. Just that
So the
I paid
amount
half of it, so you're saying,
So if you don't pay your balance before we'll have a 3rd hearing on this matter, and if you don't pay it by then, whatever amount you owe will go on your village taxes. It will be an assessment on the first half of your village taxes. So if you owe a balance of $1,000, there'll be $1,000 put on the first half of your village taxes. No.
Okay, great. Not so great, really. It's more than- okay.
any other questions?
Hi, Melanie Sineski, 8 Lewis Street. So I believe that there was drainage mentions in some of the language that we received. Is that true? Clearings of basins?
Jeff?
That is true, right?
And can we get a list of what specific drains we're talking? So we live on the last street on Lewis Street. I'm sorry, the last home on Lewis Street, and the sewer drain backs up. It goes into the community center lot. And today, for example, it went almost past our driveway. So I'm just wondering if that sewer drain was identified as one that would be.
So the proposal that's here says all drains, catch basins, dry wells, and piping shall be hydro-cleaned and debris removed. So is that?
That is, it's every drain. And actually, there is a second catch basin down by your house, but it's about 3 feet into the trees and covered. So that will be uncovered, and basically your road will be a little bit wider because the road's going to go from catch basin to catch basin. So on the other side where all the trees are, there's actually a second catch basin which will be cleaned out, dug out, and if it has to be repaired, will be repaired to help out the other catch basin that's there.
Okay, so that's part of this.
Yep.
Okay, so then I guess maybe the question is for you then. So the basin work and the paving work will happen in tandem?
100%, yeah.
Okay, and when is it slated to start the
We're
work?
hoping end of August, beginning of September. Again, we're working with the village,
Of course.
so once we go through the process here, and then we can once we get this going, and then we can go back to the contractor, and then he's gonna, give us the date that we can start.
Once it does start, and I know that this is a tough question to answer, when do you anticipate it being finished?
He told us 2 working weeks,
Wow,
so,
okay.
it seems like a lot of work, but it's, if they come
Seems
in,
quick, I thought.
they come in and they knock it out.
Okay, and has the vendor done work in Bayville before? They're familiar with
Yeah.
Bayville?
He's a North Shore company.
Okay.
He's well known around there.
Okay, and if, for example, someone doesn't pay, is that hinging on this work not happening? Like, is it, we need to have the entire amount of money before we can proceed?
So like they stated before, anybody that doesn't pay by the third hearing, it will then show on your tax bill. And that's how, it's like people that do pay, you don't have to worry about that. You know, we'll get the money with the village. We work with the village that way.
Okay, and if they were like delinquent on their taxes, didn't pay their
That's
taxes?
the question.
That's
for
for them.
today.
Okay, I'm just, what I'm, I guess, okay, my question would be,
So
if
if
they
I
didn't.
may,
Yeah, please.
so if I may again explain,
Yep,
any amounts that we assess at this third public hearing we
Yep,
have
yep.
will go in the first half of the village tax,
Okay.
okay? Village, first half of village tax will be between June
Yep.
1st and June 30th of each year.
Yep.
Okay. As we receive payment, we will be able to reimburse the homeowners association.
okay,
If someone does not pay their first half taxes
Yep.
in that period,
Yep.
we will not be able to reimburse for that amount assessed. Eventually, in the collection process, as we get the money, we will reimburse the homeowners association.
okay,
It is up to the homeowners association to make sure they can pay their bills
Understood.
as relates to this project
okay,
in advance of the
right.
collection of the money.
So just correct me if I'm wrong then. So if, I guess, do we have to have the full amount to give to this gentleman before we can proceed? Like, or will it just stall because, you know, they're in the process of collecting? Like, do we have to have all of the money for him before he'll start, or could this like get pushed back until that process sort of kicks in?
No, we need to have, you know, because he's gonna come up with his contract that, you know, we have to give him a deposit and then there's gonna be payment scales. So
Okay,
if we can't meet those payment scales until we can fund it, then, you know, that's gonna be an issue. But,
right,
you know,
okay.
the money is coming in.
Right.
You know, but we'll see what happens come May.
And then just in terms of payment, I know we're happy, I mean, I do support it. I do think that the roads need it, and we're very happy to hear about the drains, and not just ours. I know a lot of them fill up. Once that does start, you said it's about 2 working weeks until sort of everything.
So I'll say 3 weeks, to say.
Okay, and I'm sorry, when did you say it's slated to start?
End of August, beginning of September.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have a comment on the road repair? No further comments?
Okay, then I'll take a motion to adjourn this hearing and continue it on April 27th, 2026, as which times the representatives for the homeowners association will come before the board again. At that time, they should have an update as to how much they've collected and where they think they're going to be at in terms of possible assessments before we go ahead with the final hearing, which would be in May.
Make a motion.
Thank you, trustee Delsecki.
I'll second.
Thank you, trustee DiBartolomeo. Trustee Walsh?
Yeah.
Trustee Santoro? Yes. Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Di Natale?
Yes.
Trustee DiBartolomeo?
Yes.
Trustee Delsecki?
Yes.
Mayor Minicosi?
Yes.
I don't have anything else on the agenda or hearing wise for the board, so I will turn this back to the mayor.
Is there anybody else in the audience that would like to speak this evening?
Anybody else on that matter?
That's close.
Well, this matter is closed for now.
James Schleifer, 12 Shore Drive, in Bayville. So I have a statement that I would like to read into the record. Apparently I was denied an agenda item again. I would like to hand out the statement so people can follow through. Just one second.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, so-
Thank you.
Right, everyone has copies?
Yes.
Okay, you're welcome.
So, if there are extra copies, I'll take them back. But you should have
I'm
them.
going to keep a copy for myself,
Okay.
but I'll give you back the rest. For the other comments.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I believe everyone is aware that I have sent a notice of appeal to a number of local appellate bodies, one of which is the Village Board of Trustees. But before we get to that, I would like to read a statement with respect to the process that's being followed here. And this is to the Bayville, New York Village Board of Trustees. My name is James Schleicher. I'm the complainant in the enforcement matter concerning 16 Valley Road in Bayville. I am placing on the record a formal objection to the board's continued handle of this matter under conditions that raise clear and unresolved conflicts of interest. Despite written notice prior, the board has failed to address that a sitting trustee previously represented the subject property owners as closing counsel. Under New York law and this village's own ethics code, that prior representation creates at minimum an appearance of impropriety requiring full written disclosure and recusal. Silence on this issue is not compliance. In addition, there is a pending ethics complaint against the village attorney arising from alleged misrepresentations made to this board in connection with this matter. Under these circumstances, that attorney cannot reasonably be viewed as a neutral legal advisor on this issue, and continued participation further undermines the integrity of these proceedings. The village code does not merely discourage conflicts, it prohibits even the appearance of partiality. The board's failure to enforce its own ethics provisions after being put on notice by me raises serious due process concerns and exposes any determination made here to legal challenge. Let me be clear, proceeding without addressing these conflicts risks rendering any decision arbitrary, capricious, and legally defective. Accordingly, I demand the following occur on the record before any further action is taken. Number one, immediate and complete disclosure by the trustee and village attorney and any other village official of all prior involvement in this matter. Two, recusal of any individual whose impartiality might reasonably be questioned. Three, vacatur of any prior actions taken with conflicted participation and a de novo review before a properly constituted and impartial decision-making body. If the board declines to take these steps, I am formally preserving all objections for the record, including violations of due process and the village's ethics code, and I intend to pursue all available remedies. This is not optional compliance, it is legal obligation. I ask the board to confirm on the record tonight whether it intends to comply with its ethics obligations or proceed despite acknowledged conflicts. That's it.
Hey, hi, writes nice letters.
I did disclose on record at the last meeting that I represented the owners of that property. I disclosed it in front of everybody. Nobody brought it up at that time. I said I
What was
was.
that?
That's how you knew about it. I disclosed it.
No,
I said,
no,
I'm
I
very-
didn't know about it.
I said I said it in the last. I absolutely said it. I said it in the last meeting. Not only, I said I was, I said I was very familiar, one, because I looked at the house myself to purchase it, then I was retained by the purchaser to purchase it. I mean, to represent them. Nothing came up about that, and all at the time of them purchasing the property. The only thing that I said is that I remember when I looked at the house for myself, seeing the driveway there with the car in it. It never came up in their representation by anybody else, and I did say that on the record last meeting. So I did disclose it.
I'll look at that. I remember
It may have even been the meeting before, so.
Whatever, I did
remember from
disclose
the
it.
first meeting that I was here, you asked me who the homeowners were. And I said, Mark and Laura Schofel. And you went, oh.
Right.
Yeah, and
And
that's
then
what
I
you,
said,
You knew at that point.
But and I did
And
say
yet
that
you
it was.
continued to participate in these proceedings.
Well,
no, have you looked at the tape after that? Because after that is when she told you.
and I didn't
represented
see
her.
that I was in
It's
conflict.
still a conflict.
But we didn't know who,
It might not be a conflict.
There's
Okay, she wants to take that
We're
risk.
claiming it's a conflict, but it might
She
not
wants
be.
to take that risk.
I'm happy to recuse myself. I have no issues with that, but I didn't see anything that we were discussing here that had anything to do with my representation of the Schofels when they purchased.
Really?
Because it never came up as an issue by anybody at that time.
Mr. Schofel says that you told him that he could park in that driveway.
Because there was a car that parked there, and there was nothing to the contrary. And honestly, I don't remember. That was about 15 years ago. I don't remember what I
But you
said.
knew that you were the closing attorney
Yes,
for
because
the
I.
Schofels.
She's offered to recuse herself. I don't understand
Okay.
what the.
Yeah,
what the
and
issue is.
you didn't,
Yeah,
you
she
didn't
should.
ask for me
She
to
should.
recuse myself until between the last meeting and this meeting, so
Oh.
you haven't even given me an opportunity to say I would recuse myself. So I'm more than
You
happy
were
to
supposed to
recuse myself.
recuse yourself.
I didn't see a
I don't have to
conflict.
tell you
disclosed
to
it.
I
recuse
disclosed
yourself.
it. I disclosed it,
May I make a comment?
yes.
There's no question that she disclosed it at the last trustees meeting or whenever it was. I don't know which one it was.
So what about the
Wait
two
a minute,
prior
let me
meetings?
talk, please. You're always interrupting. First of all, if she wishes to recuse herself based upon your allegations, she's already decided to do that. So when it comes up to all the questions you have about 16 Valley Road and whether or not the building inspector or the village has acted properly with respect to that particular issue involving your complaints, on that matter, this person who's on the Board of Trustees, she just said that she will recuse herself. And she can do that right now, and therefore, she's not taking part in any decision that this board would be making with respect to those two things. But I also want to point out to you that the village's position on this matter has been already disclosed to you. We've written letters to you on February 6th from the village clerk. There was another one from me as village attorney to you on the same date. And after that, the building inspector sent you a letter on February 20th indicating the village's position with respect to your complaints involving 16 Valley Road, period. That's all the village needs to say. And if you're concerned about the trustees taking any action on that, I believe Trustee Santero has already recused herself to not get involved in any decision that might relate to that. And finally, I don't think your request for them to make a decision on this need be made tonight. They can take it under advisement and decide about your request at the next trustees meeting, period.
That's fine.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, so I'd like to respond to that. Yes, I would think it would be appropriate for you to recuse yourself.
I'm done, I'm out.
Okay, but the fact that you, in the first meeting, which was back in December, did not recuse yourself, even though you were knowledgeable about the particular relationship that you had with the Schofels, and then proceeded to participate in multiple village board of trustees meeting. Okay, I don't know, I would have to look at the video to see if you truly declared your conflict. But by the way, you're supposed to declare it in writing, and you haven't done that.
This is not an official proceeding, though. This is a public meeting where you're allowed to comment. No decision.
It's all in the general municipal law and the village code of ethics. the procedures that
We'll
need to be
take
followed.
legal advice from Mr. Weiler and save yours for your.
And Mr. Weiler is also conflicted.
That's
So
your
you
claim,
so-
sir, that's your claim.
He's
Your
our attorney, not yours.
your claim is a claim. Remember that. I'm not conflicted,
But
and I
my,
don't believe I am.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to hear any more from you about conflicts, because I don't think what you're saying is correct. As village attorney, I don't have to give you advice. I have to give this board advice.
okay, you certainly have made a good effort not to tell me anything about
I
the
don't need
standard
to.
operating procedures of the
I
village.
don't need to. I don't need to. That's not
You've
my
done every
duty.
way to do that.
That's not my duty.
And my
Please,
claim against
please advise, please get advice from your own attorney.
I am not hiring an attorney, I am pro
Okay,
se.
then don't expect to get advice from me.
Okay, I am pro se, and I'm not required to get an attorney. I can get advice however I can get it.
That's fine.
Okay, but my problem with the village attorney sitting in his current capacity is that he has misrepresented to the board of trustees several times. Okay, so continuing to take advice from him when he's not telling you the truth or the whole truth is a problem.
Well, that's for somebody else to determine. We'll
Okay.
continue to take our
All right,
advice.
thank you very much.
Anybody else have anything this evening?
If not, we'll take a motion to close the meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Vasaki? I'll second. Thank you, trustee DeBartolome. Trustee Walsh? Trustee Ventura? Yeah. Trustee Tucker?
Yes.
Trustee Vitale?
Yes.
Trustee DeBartolome?
Yes.
Trustee Vasaki?
Yes.
Mayor Minnisota?
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor.